Hello, everyone. Mariel Weiss, Keller Williams Real Estate, coming to you with your monthly market update. And if we are talking about real estate, we've also got to consider just the market, the financial market as a whole. Today, Monday, August 5th, there's some craziness happening in the market. We've seen crypto go down. We've seen the stock market go down quite a bit. Part of this is because on Friday, there was a jobs report released that showed that unemployment had gone up. Which gives concern for people in our economy, in our U.S. economy. And so because of that, there is some talk and consideration about maybe the interest rates, which obviously directly relates to what we do. Maybe the interest rates have been too high. Maybe they have crippled people too much. And so there is conversation about the rates going down. And you may have seen people use the word plummet. Plummet's a very strong word. I believe one of our mortgage contacts told us that 70% of the investors in mortgage-backed securities believe that the rates will go down within the next several months, thinking maybe a half a rate or so. That doesn't always equate to what you see in your mortgage lending rate. But right now we're in the low to mid sixes. If rates do come down, to that low six or high fives, that would be the game changer for a lot of people like yourselves who are thinking of moving or thinking of purchasing that first home or investment, whatever the case may be. So we will continue to take a look at this and monitor this. The next time the Fed meets is in September. However, who knows? They may be making some changes on a more of an emergency basis prior to then that we will then see in all of the numbers. So that's a kind of a quick tidbit on the market as a whole. Now to look at the stats and what this means for our industry. Remember, we operate both in Pennsylvania and North Carolina. So we'll start with Pennsylvania first, our Tri-County update. Take a look at the numbers. We've added this month an inventory change because, as I said last month, we had been on a streak that it felt like for years. Every month we had less homes hitting the market than the year prior. That's been reversed now. So now we are starting to see more inventory come onto the market than what we saw previously. For example, Montgomery County has gone up almost 10% this July over the previous July. Okay, so you can see the numbers here. The changes in sold price, not massive, but still in the positive up in Pennsylvania. And still absorption rate, which is how long it would take for the current inventory to sell out, still below 2. A balanced market, which is good for both buyers and sellers, typically sees between 3 and 6 months for that absorption. We're still looking to be a seller's market right now, even though it may not feel like the same seller's market of, say, a couple of years ago. In our North Carolina market, we do monitor 4 counties there. Check out Brunswick County. It has seen an inventory increase of 21% since last year. Interesting, right? And then that's also paired with the median sold price, part of going down. Part of my thought on that could be the influx of new construction, a lot of choices, a lot of options. Builders get to control the market. So if you are in an area that there's a lot of new construction, those builders can modify what price points they're putting out there by modifying what floor plan they're putting out there. So I bet you if we were to also track the square footage average, it'd be a lower square footage average that's being released into the market, because obviously if they're lowering the prices and offering less expensive housing, they've got to be making that up somewhere. So this is very broad county data. Please do not take this for what may be happening in your particular neighborhood. That's where we come in to be able to assess that and analyze that for you. So please reach out if you fall into one of these categories. A, you're looking to move at some point in the next year, 2 years even. There are things you can do now to start getting yourself ready. 2, or B, I forget which one I started with. If you own a home and you've purchased in the last year, you really want to start monitoring where these interest rates go, because it could be a great opportunity for you to refinance. And we can put you in touch with the right people for that. 3, or C, any questions related to your value. Zillows and Zestimates are only so good. They're kind of a rough scale and they don't account for all the changes you've done to your property. So if you're looking to find out what your home is currently worth, whether you're contemplating a move or you want to pull equity out to work on a project or buy a second home, something like that, we can assist you with that. Okay. If you've got any questions about any changes in real estate, we did touch on this last month, and to try to keep this brief, just know that there was a nationwide change that occurred stemming from some states where they don't practice real estate the same way that we do in our two states of North Carolina and Pennsylvania. In our states, you have to have a buyer agency contract to establish agency, and now it has to be a written contract instead of just verbal. In North Carolina, that was a thing to be verbal. So, any questions about that, how that relates to anything in your world, please do reach out. Let us know. There's just so much that we could possibly talk about in this one video. It's impossible to go into so much detail. So, you have my cell phone number. I'm always free for a phone call, for a chat, whatever the case may be, coffee. Reach out. All right. Thanks so much. Bye.